and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. How y'all doing? Welcome to Good Morning Vietnam. Welcome to Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast with your boy Lunatic Raider. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well with you guys, man. Hey, for real, you feel me? Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat in the building. You know what it is. We got Egalitarian 207 in this motherfucker, for real. We got the Nation Nightmare in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. We have Chendo Ramirez. What is the deal, man? Top of the morning. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeedy. We got Farhan in this B-I-I-I-I-I-I-ish. Good morning to you. Yes, indeed. We got Sinister Ryan. Good to see you back again, my brother. And on the good foot, we got JB in the motherfucking fracking house. Jorge C is in the house. Good morning, Jorge C. Nice to see you here, my brother. Yes, indeed. We got the good stuff. Top of the morning to you. Thank you for being here. We do have Brian in the building. How are you doing, sir? Kind sir. What do y'all think about the signing of DeAndre Carter? I'm gonna get into that in just a moment. My guy, matter of fact, let me post this so people can read it. What do you think about the signing of DeAndre Carter? We're gonna get to that in just one moment. Yes, indeed. We have Frankie Sanchez in the building. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. And you know what's better than one red ring? Drum roll, please. 2 of those motherfuckers. Good morning. 2 red rings is in the building. What is the deal, man? What is the deal? Yes, sir. Hey, you gonna take my motherfucking line? Come on, bruh. What's up with it, man? Top of the morning, man. For real. All right. So the question has been asked. It has been asked, what do we think about the signing of DeAndre Carter? Another signing I like. I'm telling you guys, we're not signing starters. Remember that. But we have a special teams dude who can also play wide receiver. Will he get a lot of snaps at wide receiver? Hell, if he catches the ball, hopefully he'll be out there more times than Mr. Cole. You know what I mean? Mr. Cole, Mr. Sir Drop a Lot. You know what I mean? So I think it's a better deal. And then here is where it ties into. DeAndre Carter, undrafted, out of Sacramento State, hometown San Jose. He gets undrafted to the Bills. From the Bills, he goes. Matter of fact, he was with the Raiders 2015. From the Raiders to New England from 2015 to 2016. So there goes the connection there. A wide receiver that was on the practice squad in New England and the Raiders, but the Raiders, that was an old regime back in 2015, which Derek Carr was there. Yes, indeed, because that 2016 season was when he broke his leg. But going on to the Patriots for 2 years, being there with Josh McDaniels, another wide receiver that played in the system. See, you got to connect the dots. Another wide receiver that played in the system. Now, will he make the team? I think he has a chance to. I know he's primarily special teams type dude, but at $2.3 million, I do highly believe he will get a crack at wide receiver as well. at least to add to the depth in the wide receiver room. We already know who the starters pretty much are at wide receiver, but now we need our depth. You know what I mean? And these guys that they're bringing in at wide receiver opposite of Adams and Renfro are guys who are formerly in New England in the same system. That's what you need. So you get a quarterback that's formerly of the system. You get Jacoby Myers, formerly of the system. Now you get DeAndre Carter, formerly of the system. And who was the other wide receiver? The little fast dude, Dorsett. Philip Dorsett, formerly of New England. That's the common denominator right there. Guys who are familiar with the system that can come right in and actually know what the hell they do. Now, I went back and watched some of the tape on DeAndre Carter with the Chargers, which is most recent, which he put up career highs of over 500 yards receiving. So they did use him as a receiver and not primarily on special teams. So I see us doing the same. But at $2.3 million, don't forget, Mac Hollins left for what, 2.5? Do you think he's just gonna play special teams where he go? You know what I mean? That's just that's gonna be the going price. That's gonna be the going price. Just to add depth with somebody that's familiar. So I mean, I understand the move. I agree with the move. Because like I said, if y'all did not pay attention, I had a 2 o'clock, or actually it was 1:30, after hours live this morning. This is my second live this morning, y'all. Hey, second live, y'all. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the real MVP. But like I said previous, now I'm drawing a blank with my old ass. Like I said previous, I understand the moves that they're making. And in order for this to even have a chance this coming season, for us to even win games, we're going to have to like really rely on the offense. We're going to have to rely on scoring a lot of points, which we weren't far off from anyway. Because I look at the offense as being better this year overall, totality, not just individual players. I'm talking about if you look at it all together, you figure everybody on this offense has been in this offense at least 1 year in this system. 1 year, at least 1 year. The people that are being signed on have been in the system for more than 1 year. So we'll see if their game plan. We'll see if it works. Like I said, don't get too high, don't get too low. Let's see what they're doing, how they hitting the draft on defense. And then we got to wait for preseason and everything to unroll for the regular season to actually see this offense, in action. But I do believe this offense does have the makeup of being better than they were last season. And last season, we were the 12th best offense with the number 10th ranked offensive line, with the number 1 receiver in touchdowns, the number 1 running back in rushing yards, and we averaged 23.3 points a game. Now, the way I'm looking at it, this past season, if we would have had 1 touchdown more per game, we would have led the league in scoring. 30 points a game would have led the league in scoring last year. Kansas City had the number 1 offense at 29 points a game. That's only 6 more than what we were scoring with what we had, and we had too many close games that we lost. And I promise you, out of those losses we had, minus the New Orleans game, that was just a downright thunderfuck of a performance on both sides of the ball. But if last year if we had 1 more touchdown per game, 30 points a game, we would have probably only had 1 loss on the season. That's how close we were. So now you go out here and you had to cut some salary. You had to free up money and move it around. So you figure you traded Waller. You got $11 million under the cap. You got an extra 3rd round pick. So now this is what that move by Waller is responsible for. Moving one player like Waller, who's been injured for the last 2 years, haven't really produced because, you know what I mean, your ability is availability, which there was no availability because he wasn't available. And I'll say that 5 times fast. Now, what they did so far with that $11 million was go get Jacoby Myers, a legitimate number 2 wide receiver, which we did not have a legitimate number 2 receiver last year. Mac Hollins was okay, basically special teams with his niche, And there was times at wide receiver he dropped a lot of balls. Pause. But Jacoby Myers coming off of an 808-yard receiving year last year with New England. Ta-da. 800 yards. You know what I mean? 800 yards. That's a lot. Now you got a legitimate number 2. That's where the 11 million went to. Now there's still one more factor in that Waller trade. Now we get to see who do we pick with the 3rd round pick that we received from the Giants. See, so now Waller's responsible for bringing in Myers and drafting whoever it is in the 3rd round with that 3rd pick, which since it's in the 3rd round, even though it's number 100, I do believe you're still going to get top tier quality. They're so deep in defense in this draft that I'm glad it is a highly needed side of the ball position we need, because we do have 12 picks to go out there and solve those issues. So I agree. I like the signing. I like the signings they've been doing in free agency, because they've just been stocking up on young, in their prime type players, 1-year deals, show and prove. Now they got a whole season to go out there and do their thing. If they're successful and they're productive, I'm pretty sure you bring them back, just like the Raiders been doing so far this year. You know what I mean? With re-signing their own, like bringing Tillery back. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, giving Hall a year extension. I'm not too big on Teamer, but Teamer is a depth piece. Teamer is not a starter. So don't let that ruffle your feather like, oh, Teamer, he's a depth piece. Remember that. And we do need players on special teams. So we got to keep that in focus. But now what you got to do is, I think let me look at the salary now. That's a good idea. Since that 2.3, well, I've seen that the contract said it can be worth up to 2.3. So I don't know exactly what the base is, but we're going to find out right now as I go to Over the Cap and look up these statisticals on the contract situation. So let's see exactly what DeAndre Carter hit us for. What it hitting for? 7, 11, 7 even back four, even back door, Little Joe. Shout out to Ice Cube. Let's see. Salute to everybody. Salute. Thank y'all for being here. Salute. Let me see. Salute. Jorge C. 2 red wings. Jorge C. Raider being in the house. Salute. Yeah, with the jersey and the tie. Come on, bruh. Hey, that's that new shit. That's that new shit. That's that new Raider drill. Yes, we're talking about that now. That a great pickup. I said I'm comfortable with the moves they make as long as it makes sense. Same as with the draft. I'm fine with who they draft as long as it makes sense. Don't do no unnecessary shit. You know what I mean? Yep. And you get to take a shot at your adversary in the division. Yep, exactly. Dirty Eric, top of the morning, my brother. What's up with you, man? Thank you for being here. Oh yeah, the Chargers gonna feel that. That's over 500 yards of receiving. You know what I mean? And you figure you can pencil in special teams with that as well. Raider Kush in the building. Kush, you still up? Oh, you rocking with the night, or you went to bed? You went to sleep for a few hours? Hold on. Let me make sure everything out there. Gotta catch up. Gotta make sure everything catch up. All right, starting today, y'all, I will be doing 4 lives a day. No, I'm just bullshitting. Motherfucker be doing 4 lives a day. God dang. Shit, I ain't been to sleep yet, but when I knock this out, I'm gonna probably go lay it down for a minute. Even though last night I slept until, well, I took a power nap. Really, got up at 8, went on dirty shit, went on Gabe shit. Then I did live. Then I kicked back for a few hours, and now I'm back doing live. But man, you know what I mean. Once I get moving around, I'm good. I'm good. For real, for real. Lunatic. Let me see. Who do you see Dave Ziegler drafting at number 7? See, here's my whole thing. I'm going with what they're saying they're going to do. Now, I can sit here and say Gonzalez, Carter, shit. You even could have a quarterback there, you know what I mean? But if they stick true to form what they're saying they're going to do, they're going to take the best available. Now, who I consider the best available and what they consider as far as the rankings on their board, I don't know. What do you think they would have? Say, for instance, if Gonzalez is there at 7, I said, you know what? Because I seen somebody mock us fucking Miles Murphy, defensive end, at 7. I was, what the fuck? Where he come from in the top 10? But somebody mocked that shit. Other people keep saying Gonzalez, which Gonzalez I would be perfectly fine with. I would not be mad at that. If Jalen Carter falls to 7, I would not be mad at that. But it's all about who does Ziegler and McDaniels have ranked on their draft board. With everything considered with Jalen Carter, is his ranking still considered around like the second best player in the draft? Is Gonzalez around 7 or 8? You know what I mean? Then you got people like Cansey. Where do you got him ranked at? So can you afford to trade back? Like if we're at 7 and Levis is there and the team wants to move up with us to get him, and we still have like a few players that at 7 we can get that's still valuable on this defense, do you move back, collect more draft picks, and then draft the best available at that point by moving back? Because I don't want Levis. I hope Levis is not on their radar. I don't, we went over that yesterday. I particularly don't care too much about the fact that the motherfucker turns over the ball, man. He and like his percentages of completions is not that bad. But when you're coming off last year with 10 interceptions, the year before with 13, that's kind of telling me that with your percentages in the 60s, but yet you're still getting double-digit interceptions, you're forcing it sometimes. You're trying to like, and his cockiness with his arm strength is another thing that, why, like at the combine saying he just want to show off his guns. Why not show off your accuracy? Why not show off your ball placement? Why does it matter how fast and how far you throw the ball if you're not accurate with it? So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, okay, he's one of them cocky motherfuckers that want to look good, so he'll get out there, and if he got 3 motherfuckers on his receiver, he wants to try to thread the needle and get it to him. You know what I mean? If he's successful, it makes him look great. But if not, turns the ball over. And I'm looking at these turnovers like that's what it seemed like to me. He's forcing the issue on some of these throws because he has a good completion percentage, but damn high in fucking turnovers and interceptions to be exact. So that's telling me that this guy is careless. You know, he's gung-ho to get out there and wants to show off his gun rather than show off intelligence, decision making. That's what I'm looking at that like. So I hope somebody else wants his ass and they come up and get him. I'm just keeping the buck. I hope CJ Stroud is the only quarterback that the Raiders see if he's there at 7, or possibly if they want to move up and get. The other quarterback I like is Hendon Hooker, but not till later. 2nd round. Cross your fingers if you think that you can get him in the 3rd. Or maybe you can use those 2 third-round picks and move back into the 2nd. I was thinking you can use that 2nd and whatever and move back into the 1st. But you can do that in all these rounds. There's no round that the Raiders can't move back into. That's the crazy shit. It's because of what they have. And they have high picks in every round. You know what I mean? Like I said, second round. There's a 6th pick of the second round. We got 2 threes now. So you mean to tell me you can't throw a 3 and maybe we got an extra 5? We got 3 5s and throw that shit together to move back into the bottom of the first, or move from use your 2 third picks and move back into the second round after you done pick in the second round once, so you can turn 2 third rounders into 2 second round picks, with one being that we already have. But you see where I'm going with this? There's a lot of things, a lot of options, a lot of directions this team can go in this draft this year. I'm fine. 12 picks and their high picks is like we can move up, we can move down, we can stay still. Possibility you can even make a trade for veteran players on teams that's willing to move them during the draft, and that happens sometimes. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. There might be a player out there that we can go ahead and get that's a veteran that can come in and fit one of them spots, as well as while you let somebody move up. Okay, well, look, give us your first. Like if somebody want to give up and get Levis at 7, take whatever player you got your eyes on and swap picks. Fuck it. You still get a first round pick, but you're getting a player added too. Or you can add a pick in there somewhere, whatever comes out to the value of the 7th overall pick, then you know what I mean, you could do that, which looking at the numbers, I think the equivalent. Oh, what was I looking at? Oh no, that was if Green Bay went to jump up to 7, then the points that they have draft picks listed at, wherever, I forgot, where is Green Bay's draft pick at? 13 or 12 or some shit like that. And I remember looking at that, the value of their pick to move up to 7 would also include a second round pick. Bruh, there's a lot we can do, man. We got control of our own destiny. Let's just say that. So yeah, that's my answer to that one, man. Is whoever they have ranked, if they go by the best player available for need, go for it. I don't care what position. If we need it and it's available and it's the best on the board, then take that son of a bitch. Oh yeah, let me look at this. Hold on real quick. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody. Nah, they're not. Are they doing 0-0? I heard it was 0 that they're okayed players to come back with. The 0. I'm you know what I mean? I didn't know if they did 0-0. I thought they did that, got rid of that a long time ago. With Otto? Shit, number 0? Shit. That's a good one. Who wants number 0? Makes you wonder. What rookie? Is there going to be a veteran that wants it or a rookie? All right, so let me go look at this shit. Teams. Oh, fuck. All right. So let me see if they got the DeAndre Carter cap on here. Right now, we have $4.6 million left under the cap. You know it's going to the draft picks. Okay, let's see this shit. Let's see this shit one time. Let's see, base salary. That's Devontae Adams. Let me see if they got these new dudes from here. 2.3 up to, but what is the base of the salary, excluding the incentives? They got everybody's okay, I see you. Okay. Let's see. Chase Garbers, McCormick, Meredith, DJ Turner. Oh, we got also DJ Turner still back. Okay, Chris Lacey, another wide receiver. All these motherfuckers making under $1 million. But where is
Where you at? 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 Philip Dorsett is only 1.1. Tyler Hall, Bolton, Hobbs, Tyler Johnson, Neil Farrell Jr., Zamir White, OJ Howard is only 1 million. I don't see DeAndre Carter on here. Hold on, let me keep it going. Shelley's 1 million. Kuntz. Long Termer, Jacob Johnson, Amir Abdullah, Morig, AJ Cole, Jerry Tillery, Robert Spillane, Austin Hooper. I don't see his name on here. Epps, Nichols, James, Myers, Max Crosby, Renfro, Adams. Yep.
So I don't see DeAndre Carter's name on the list. So hopefully maybe later on today they'll come out with the exact numbers, because I know I seen them say the contract is for 1 year up to 2.3 million. So what is it now before it can reach 2.3? What are the incentives? Probably simple shit he can reach. So many yards, touchdowns, and all that shit. Are you mind of a lunatic? Mind of lunatic? Hey, chasing down them lot lizards? Oh, you said for a few hours? Yeah, man, I'm up. I'm up until after this shit. Salute to everybody out there, man. For real, for real. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Really in the house. Okay, let me see. Do you think Jimmy G will be a good teacher for our new quarterback if we do get one? Well, look at it like this. You look at the 49ers, right? Who did Purdy get to have, you know what I mean, for him to talk to and help him with his game? Because didn't Purdy do all right this year? A 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, took him to the NFC Championship. Who was the veteran that helped him out at quarterback? See, people don't understand. I've been hearing like other players say that Jimmy G is a leader in the locker room and he's one of those guys. Well, if they're just like pretty much just trying to blow smoke up our ass, just look at the production of Purdy. How did Purdy look out there? I'm pretty sure he just didn't come out of nowhere and just automatically had the playbook down and just went out there and took control without having a veteran to go ahead and talk to. And I bet you Garoppolo, because it wasn't the other motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't had a full fucking season yet. And he's still young. So you know who was that veteran that he got to talk to? Garoppolo. Garoppolo was there. That's what I take from it. So that's kind of proof that this man is a leader and can help teach. So if we do draft a young quarterback, I feel like he will be in good hands with having Jimmy G to talk to and whoever else on the team. Quarterback coach. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm just only going by what players say, that Jimmy G is one of them guys in the locker room that's a leader. He's one of them dudes. And I'm just looking at Purdy's production like, well, damn. He would be the guy that Purdy would go to and ask questions to. Hey, what do I do in this situation? And he's giving them damn good advice. Because Purdy went out there and, damn, to be a 7th round pick? Come on, bruh. When I put one and one together, I always come out with 2. Yeah, I think he'll be a great mentor too, because it showed and proved that shit, he helped with Purdy. He had to help with Purdy. Especially being injured. That's your go-to guy. Yep. The real gems are in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And the last time I checked, we got 2/3 and 3/5. We got plenty of ammo to go into those mid rounds. Like you said, you can get some diamond in the rough, some good hardcore, straight football fanatics that work hard, play from whistle to whistle. You know what I mean? That's what you want. John Raider, salute to you as well, my guy. Thank you for being here. We in the building this morning. NorCal Raider Jesse. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yeah, we in here today. Let's see. Brendo Ball Bomber. Salute to you. Brendo. Salute to you, Brendo. Thank you for being here, man. It's a pleasure. We got John Marshall in the building. Defense, defense, defense. Exactly. That's exactly what they're. I have a strong belief majority of the draft picks are going defense. It just makes sense. It makes sense. And I'm talking about like cornerstones on your defense. The team, what you build your defense with is the kind of players we're going to go after in the draft. And at every level. We got so many damn fucking holes on this defense. We got to. Because they didn't go out there and build the defense in free agency. That's a fact. These are all depth and rotation players. Now, some of them are going to start, especially if they go out there and they earn their way. But some of these rookies, since they're going to be top tier type quality players, they're going to compete as well. You know what I mean? And you must give the starting job to the guy that earns it. That's the only way you're going to get the best out of your team. Don't do it because of where they were drafted. Don't do it because of how much money they're making. Go with whoever won the position outright. That's all you want. And that's how you fine-tune your roster. Chris Ariola, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Let me see what else. Mike G in the building. Let's go. Where Pyro? Pyro in the chat? Oh, he not in here. Oh, you doing prayers up. Hey, prayers up for Pyro, man. For whatever it is he's going through, man. Hey, all of our prayers is needed. Ray Love, what is the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Thank you for being here. He probably got like 600,000 in incentives. Probably so. It's not a high salary, you know what I mean? And people think that he might just be a special teams edition, DeAndre Carter, that is. But when I look at the salary at 2.3 and I'm seeing Mac Hollins go get 2.5, they're going to give him an opportunity at wide receiver. That's just, you know what I mean? Especially when you got Keenan Cole on your team that drop passes, you need sure-handed receivers. Plus, he's familiar with New England's system, being there in 2015-16. So that's a plus as well. And he's 29. He's not, you know what I mean? He ain't at the end of his career, but he's 29 years old. But coming off of like over a 500+ season with the Chargers, because they use him as a receiver. You know what I mean? You do get injuries. Yeah, Carter's solid. I went back and watched this tape. He makes good plays, and to me it seemed sure-handed as well. You know what I mean? Anybody else? Oh, Aunt Six is in the building? Yes. Hey, John, it's a perfect marriage, man, for us to have a draft as deep as it is in defense, and we need defense, and we got 12 picks. I mean, bruh, you couldn't script this out any better. A team that's defensively deficient is going into a draft that's defensively efficient with efficient amount of draft picks. Come on. Come on. You could not write a better story. That shit just lines up like the stars, man. Like we're looking at Orion's belt and we see the Great Pyramid of Giza within that belt lined up exactly with the pyramids of Egypt. I mean, it just aligns perfectly. Yeah, but you gotta remember, Garoppolo was hurt. So you figure who did Purdy get to go ahead and, you know what I mean, consult with at the quarterback position? It had to be Garoppolo. He's the veteran on the team in that system and took them to a Super Bowl. So you would think that the young guy in Purdy would Garoppolo, and obviously Garoppolo worked with him. Who else would he work with? You know what I mean? Well, everybody said, no, we ain't fucking with you, Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I mean? Everybody shuns him.
This is the draft could be what the 2019 draft is supposed to be.
No, you know what I say this draft could be? Jay Diggs, you know what I think the draft could be? The way this draft is lined up with talent, if the Raiders do it right, the possibility of them being able to set forth their defense in the right direction the same way. And hear me out. Hear me out. We're not talking, and I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens of 2000 did not become the Baltimore Ravens of 2000 until later, but it started with the draft picks that Ozzie Newsome made for Baltimore. He hit on his picks. That's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing we're going to get the next the next Ray Lewis and shit like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we have the potential of being able to hit on our draft picks on defensive side of the ball and they pan out and set you up to build a good ass defense around these pieces. That's all we can do. And this is, I think, is a good draft to do that in. With the talent that's in this draft this year on defense, you can go ahead and set the ship right by getting this defense back on top. But you got to hit on your draft picks. And there's plenty of options out there to go ahead and make selections for to make that shit happen. I'm excited. I want to kick back and see. We plan on going live during the draft, you guys. So stay tuned so we can see the shit unfold and give our thoughts on it. But I am here for the motherfucking excitement and to see where this team can go in the future with these picks we make. Because last year, you got to remember, there was no first or second round pick. Now we not only do we have a first and second rounder, we have 12 overall selections. Bruh, let the fucking draft begin for real. And with the 7th pick, the mighty Las Vegas Raiders select Jalen Carter, Georgia. Say that shit. Say that shit, Mike. Say that shit. Like I said, I would not be mad. Exactly, Berendo. And that's just the way the pecking order works on teams. The veteran quarterback, he works with the youngsters. You know what I mean? And I believe that's what Garoppolo did with Purdy, with him being hurt and Purdy out there having to take the realm. Somebody had to work with Purdy to get. Purdy is not coming in as a 7th round pick and hitting the ground running like that. It's not going to happen. Somebody worked with him. Somebody he made themselves available to him for whenever he had questions. Not only the coaches or the QB coach, but players. You know what I mean? So I truly believe. Matter of fact, I would love to have somebody ask Garoppolo that question. I'm bringing Garoppolo on the show, y'all. We're going to ask him that question live. I'll get him up on here. All I got to do is send him one of these little badass mattress actresses. You know what I mean? And hey, it'd be like, hey, get him to come on the show. Go get one of these adults film stars. You know what I mean? Hey, girl, look, check this out. This is what I need you to do. I got you, Tick. I got you. Yeah, let's go. Hey, salute to all y'all, man. For real. Rothler's in the house, man. Top of the morning to you, my brother. Bennett would be good if that's your last resort, but if it's not CJ Stroud, I like Hooker. I like Hooker. He takes care of the ball. He's not a little ass quarterback. He's 6'4", 222, right? And he has a high percentage rate of completions. I look at all that. Now, some people may say, well, he's 25 already. So what? Hey, thank C-19, the pandemic, for that shit when they shut down the whole season, but they still rewarded players a year of eligibility. Blame that on them. You know what I mean? But I look at it like, well, shit, the motherfucker got 4 years of experience in college playing football. You know what I mean? He got experience. But I mean, hey, people look at the age. I don't. I look at production. Can he come in here and lead this team? And you only can go by his measurements and go by his stats. And from right now, I love his measurements. I love his stats. It's like you get a big pocket presence at 6'4", 222. You can throw deep, and you're mobile. And you only turned the ball over 2 times last year with 28, 29 touchdowns? And then the year before, he had 30-something touchdowns and only 4 interceptions or 3? He takes care of the ball, high percentage completion rate. He's big statured, in the pocket, mobile with an arm. Bruh. He may not jump as high as Richardson or run as fast, but he throws better. He's just as big. You know what I mean? He's just as big. He's mobile. Maybe not as fast as he is, but he mobile. Go watch it. Matter of fact, watch the Tennessee game versus Florida, where it was Richardson versus Hooker. Go watch that game. Hooker won. And why did they win? Hey, Florida was going down. They were going down to try to score and win the game, and Richardson throws an INT. Game over. That's what I'm talking about. Richardson drove Florida down to try to win the game. Because I think they only lost by 5 points. I think it was 38-33, Tennessee. But Richardson drove Florida down and threw an interception. Game over. That's why I don't, you know what I mean? It's not that he threw the interception, it's the fact that he made the wrong decision. So, that's where I stand with that shit. But if all else fails and Hooker's gone and Bennett is there in the 5th, hey, take Bennett. I like Bennett too. Even though Bennett's stature he's not a big dude either. 5'11", 190. That kind of makes you, but he has good numbers though. Good production, good percentage of completions. I like his numbers. But the thing with him is the same knock that they keep talking about, dude from Alabama. You know what I mean? Being too short. Dude from Alabama, 5'10", Bennett, 5'11". And 100, and only 100. I'm 190 pounds. You know what I mean? I like McKee at 6'6", reminds me of Brady. Yeah, but I got to look into his numbers. I like to look at all the numbers and aspects of a player. I don't care if he's 6'6" and 230. Can he throw? Can he complete passes? Does he take care of the ball? Is he reckless? Does he go through his reads? Is he patient? You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit in the quarterback that I can take like Brady wasn't the most athletic ass fucking quarterback. You know what I mean? But he can throw. He went through his progressions, his accuracy, his patience. All that shit matters in a quarterback. Does he get rattled in the pocket? You know what I mean? Is he willing to sit it there in the pocket and deliver the pass and take a shot if he might? You know what I mean? He might take a shot. Is he brazen enough to sit in the pocket and knowing he gonna get his motherfucking his clock clean, but sit in there and deliver the pass right when it needs to be thrown? You know what I mean? You want that Braveheart type mentality in that pocket. Garoppolo seems like that to me. I done seen that motherfucker take shots. Like, God dang, that motherfucker sat there and he waited, got ready to get rid of, and the dude was coming. Man, he took a shot, but that motherfucker stood there and let that motherfucking go and made a completion. Derwin, what's the deal, man? Hey, shout out to the Bay Area, 415-510. You know what I mean? I feel you out there, man, for real. Yeah. Mike, that's what Mike was sending out prayers to Pyro. So yeah, everybody, positive energy, prayers out to Pyro, man, for whatever it is he's dealing with, man. Let's all, you know what I mean, get behind our own brethren. And man, give him that moral support. Send out your prayers and best wishes for real. Do you think Seahawks will choose someone that's random? Probably like the from Clemson, Seattle. The deep, what, like ain't that the defensive end fucking Miles Murphy? Isn't it Murphy? Hold on, let me see something real quick. I think that's who that somebody said we were gonna take him. And I'm like, what is making him rise? Yeah, it is Miles Murphy. Yeah, somebody got Miles Murphy. I seen somebody's mock draft had him mocked to us at 7. I'm like, where did Miles Murphy? How did he move up like that? Because I don't see him in the top 10 at all. Not compared to these other guys out there. You know what I mean? But Seattle possibly could do something like that. You know they want that defense back. They brought back what's name at quarterback, but they could go quarterback. Because they set up their deal where they can get rid of I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. They quarterback they just re-signed from last year. They got their contract set up the same way we got ours set up with Garoppolo, where we can get out of it after 1 year. So if you draft a rookie, you groom him for a year. If he shows drastic improvement and able to take the offense and lead them down the field, hey, to save you some money to add that money to the cap to go over and fill out other holes, you could get away from that quarterback contract and get you a rookie up in here. Yeah, so that's my possibility. Seattle could be that wild card. We don't know what the fuck they gonna do. So what is the story about Foster? No. Foster has been diagnosed with you talk about Foster Moreau, got diagnosed with cancer. So he has to step away from football and deal with that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's his situation. What is it? Hodgkin's lymphoma is what he was diagnosed with during his physical with the Saints. Top of the morning, Gravy. Thank you for being here, my brother, for real. Yeah, we in here this morning. That's good shit. Let's see. If it came down on taking Bryce Young or Gonzalez at number 7, would you say you would have to go Young? You know what? I would fuck with Bryce Young regardless of his height. The dude arm talent is there. He's legitimately got good arm talent, good ball placement. It's just his stature, man. You know what I mean? But he very good vision, field vision, going through his reads and progressions. He has all the intangibles to be a good or a great quarterback, really. You probably can have him fall into that Drew Brees category. You know what I mean? Where the arm talent just outweighs the fact that he's not a tall, pocket tight dude. So I mean, hey, there's a reason why they think he's going number 1. There's a reason. But the arm talent is there though. The arm talent is definitely there with dude, for real. Dirty Low in the building. What is the deal? Good morning to you as well. Let's see who else we got. I'm trying to catch up, man. Raider Gabe in the building. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers went to sleep. For real, man. I've been up for real. I've been watching. Hey, I had to catch. I haven't caught the whole thing, but The Walking Dead, was the last season, man. I finally got caught up and watched the last 3 episodes, man. That's what I did when I got off the last live I did at about 1:30. Let me see. Yeah, we in the building, boy. We in the building. The building is thick. Hey, the Raider Room, good morning to you as well, my brother. Thank you for being here. Damn, my motherfucking phone going off. Is some news jumping off? That motherfucker ringing like some chick wants some ding-a-ling. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, they talk about basketball shit. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Oh, my fucking my son's mom. I'll have to get at her in a minute, man. I'm busy right now, girl. Removing the additional. What space? What the fuck? That's some old shit. Okay, Lamar Jackson. What did he say? He can't wait. I guess they're trying to negotiate to bring Lamar Jackson back. Versus the coaches of teams who have publicly said they are not interested in. Oh shit. I guess Lamar Jackson responded. Look, Lamar Jackson has responded to all the coaches that said they were not interested, that publicly said they were not interested in him. He tweeted, "I can't wait to see you all." So I guess he's going to have a chip on his shoulder whenever he gets his contract situation fixed. Yeah, because, hey, that was weird for teams to just come out and say that shit. Especially if you feel like you're one of those teams that's a quarterback away from going to the Super Bowl. And we're not. It's kind, you know what? It had the stench of like they say, collusion type shit, where they was like, no, don't nobody fuck with them, leave them alone. Let Baltimore handle their business. You can't do that shit. That's what I was saying, Ben. I don't trip off running fast and jumping high. That does not, you know what I mean? That does not, to me, matter about a quarterback. The most important thing, I mean, that's kind of like didn't we do that with motherfucking Hayward Bay? Didn't we draft Hayward Bay because he was big, fast, but the motherfucker couldn't catch? Why out of all the traits a wide receiver could have, you would overlook the most important one, catching the fucking ball? Come on, bruh. Catching the ball. But we're so enamored with him, with Richardson running fast, jumping high, that we overlooking the one main aspect. He fucking ain't accurate, can't throw the ball. You want to draft a quarterback that can't throw. We're going to draft a wide receiver that can't catch. You're going to draft a linebacker that can't tackle and a motherfucking DB that can't cover. Whoa. What kind of team will you have with that shit? Man. He said he thought he was Sean Johnson. Stupid. This motherfucker Mike is stupid. Oh. Oh shit. Let me see. What is this? Shit, it's not just his quarterbacks, because like we know the quarterbacks in San Francisco get hurt, but it's not just the quarterbacks that get hurt in San Francisco. The offensive line, they got shit to do with the motherfucking defensive end, the linebackers. You know what I mean? All those motherfuckers got hurt with, man, everybody on the defensive line. Eric Armstead. Come on, what you call it? The defensive end they got from Kansas City? D Ford. hurt. Come on, brother. Hey, they say it might be more than the health and conditioning, but damn. On both sides of the ball, these motherfuckers is getting hurt. And the offensive line only plays on the offensive side. So what's the reason that the defensive motherfuckers is getting hurt? It's just common denominator. The one common denominator. They all got the same health and conditioning coach. You know, health and conditioning coach. What is their motherfucking diet? Burger King and heart attack grill, hamburgers and milkshakes. Man, and for real. Sam Tanker, what's the deal, man? If we go all in on defense this draft, undrafted QBs. Yeah, that makes sense if that's somebody that catches their eye. But I mean, in the meantime and in between time, I don't think it's like a rush to get a quarterback. Don't draft a quarterback just to draft a quarterback. Draft the quarterback that you feel is the one to go ahead and take over and lead this, that potentially could lead this team into the future. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't just draft a quarterback just because. Draft the one if you got your eye set on a couple of quarterbacks and you can't get them, fine. Let's go defense. Let's go tight end. Let's go offensive lineman. Don't worry about quarterback. We got Garoppolo as long as we want to keep him here. Just to hold it down until we do find the right guy. You know what I mean? There's quarterbacks next year that a whole lot of them that's coming out that's worthy of taking a look at. But I don't hope that we're in the top 10 selected next year. I really don't hope that happens. Will it? It all depends on how they do this defense, how they draft these picks. If they draft these young defensive players and they don't pan out, or they're slow at developing, then we're going to have to throw up at least 30 points a game to be in the games to win. You feel me? For real, tanking is a loser mentality. I don't think Max Crosby's overrated. That motherfucker get held. You don't hold an overrated pass rusher. You know what I mean? And he gets held all the fucking time. You don't have to hold a trash ass overrated defensive end. So that lets you know somebody must. I don't see them holding fucking Chandler Jones. You know what I mean? I don't see them holding him. Shit. So what? He cost us one game. What about the games that he won for us? I didn't see games where we had the lead and we needed him, and he sacked the quarterback and caused havoc at the end of the game. You can't just go by one thing he did wrong and not mention the 10 he did right. That's not culture. Yeah, for real. Max he gets held on every play, bruh. Come on now. If he's overrated, why would you hold an overrated player? Then that means whatever motherfucking tackle was there should be able to go heads up and keep that motherfucker stood straight up then without holding him. That motherfucker gets arms around his throat. I be seeing this shit all the time. Referees don't call shit, but that motherfucker never complains. Like Bosa. Bosa be crying like a little bitch. Oh, they're holding me. Oh, they're holding me. Oh shit, that's easy. I forgot what game it was. Matter of fact, I'll find it for you. Here, I'll help you refresh your memory. I know that weed and shrooms kind of fuck you off in the memory, but I'll help you.
Let's see.
I forgot who we were playing, but that motherfucker, we had the lead, and that motherfucker got the quarterback, I think, like twice in that series and helped. That won the game.
Let's see.
Damn, they give me old ass games. I forgot what game it was. It was a couple of times I seen them get back there and get the sack. Changed it kept the other team from going down scoring to win the game. Because don't forget, those games we won, pretty much most of them were close too. Besides the Denver game. Oh, that was it. Okay, Raider Room. Thank you, man. Thank you. I couldn't remember who it was. He sacked Geno Smith in OT. There we go. Nah, the numbers are important. You just got to know the numbers behind the numbers. And what I mean by that is like how, for instance, who's the longest tenured quarterback in Raider history? Carr. Carr's been the longest running quarterback for the Raiders, right? 9 years. So all the other quarterbacks in history were less than 9 years. But yet it took Carr 9 years to break passing records that stood by quarterbacks that never played 9 years. See, we get all enamored like, oh, well, he got the record for throwing. It took him 9 years. It didn't take the motherfucker who set the record 9 years for that motherfucker to break it. See, we got to look at the numbers behind the numbers. I don't fucking average, fuck percentages. Those numbers don't matter unless you know the numbers backing those percentages and averages. Those numbers will fool you. You know what I mean? It's like an average. Yeah, it says you average X amount of points per game. Does not mean you're scoring X amount of points per game. It's just an average to give you an idea of how much they've been scoring. Just like and that's an average. Percentages is the same thing. Oh, he's 100% for field goals, and the motherfucker only kicked one field goal all game. But what's impressive if he made 6 field goals and he's 100%. See, that percentage it'll fool you unless you know the number that gave you that percentage. That's what's impressive, is that number. Yeah, Mac way better than Crosby. Mac played 2 positions and was a Pro Bowler at both. Of course he's better than Crosby. Nobody stating that fact, but that's not saying Crosby ain't good. Hey, motherfuckers might say Coochie is better than Head, but they ain't saying Head ain't good. You know what I mean? Oh, he did block the field goal. What about the one that was 4th and goal? And that wasn't this year, though. I think it was the year before. Yeah, the year before. When he jumped over the offensive lineman and made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage to keep them from getting in the end zone. I tell you, Max is decent, man. Man, I bit the fuck out of my tongue, man. That's why I've been fucking up talking this morning. It's 8:05, y'all. I'm about to jump off this motherfucker and jump in the bed. But thank you guys for pulling up and hanging out with your boy as always. Appreciate it that y'all spent your morning with me. You know what I mean? Shout out to the nation, man. NWA all day. You know how we do this shit, man. Hey, I will be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance. It is the Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast with your boy, Lunatic, a.k.a. Loon, a.k.a. Tick, a.k.a. Tickster. You know what I mean? I got all that motherfucking nicknames and shit there. Fuck all the shit, nigga. What? Nigga, with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Wednesday, man. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. And prayers out to Pyro and his people, man. I hope everything is on the up and up with him, man. And just prayers and our deepest thoughts with you, man. For real, for real. So with that being said, man, I'm Lunatic Raider. Raiders Allegiance, man. We are out this B-I-N.